Happy Halloween and welcome back to another episode of At the Party on Channel Tresonator with me, your host, Steve Trezza. Today we're going to be drinking RoadsMary's Baby, which is a pun off of the famous movie RoadsMary's Baby, the horror movie from the 60s. So, Halloween episode, what better beer to drink than RoadsMary's Baby? It is a pumpkin ale. It is 6.8%, so it packs a pretty powerful punch for a pumpkin ale. Say that 5 times fast. Now on Beer Advocate, this beer has a 55.7% rating, which is kind of right in the middle, mediocre-ish. And on Untapped, it has a 3.67 rating, which is also kind of in that mid-range. So that's what we're going to be getting into today, although I will be making my own assumption of it. I guess let's crack this baby open. I wanted to wear a horror shirt for the Halloween episode, but I've realized I don't own any, and I'm pretty disappointed. All right. All right, so let's take a look at the appearance here. Very, very amberish, almost even red. I guess that's the pumpkin that's making it look like that. That would probably make sense. So the head retention is pretty enticing. It's foamy, but it's not like too thick or too much. Maybe almost hazy. It's kind of clear, maybe a little hazy. It looks very bubbly. Hopefully it's not too carbonated. I guess we'll find out though. It smells kind of sweet. It definitely smells fallish. You can smell the pumpkin spice in there. Kind of spicy and peppery. I'd say spicy and peppery. That's a pretty good assumption. All right, to you drinking at home, cheers. Moment of truth. Now, I've seen some of my friends review this on Untapped, and they've said that it was weak on pumpkin flavor. And for a pumpkin ale, you would want it to be, I guess, maybe a little bit more pumpkin-y. So it is weak on pumpkin flavor. Now from the bottle, and usually I read this before I open it, and I forgot to do that, so we'll read it now. From somewhere between heaven and ale comes this scary good seasonal. And it's rated R for rum barrels because it's aged in rum barrels, which kind of gives it that extra kick in the alcohol by volume. You can taste the rum. It's got that fall taste to it, you know, that fall beer taste. It's not overwhelming with pumpkin though, and I kind of like that because some of these beers that are like these pumpkin beers, they kind of taste too much like pumpkin, and it can be a little overwhelming to the point where it's like, I don't really want to drink more than one of these. I don't mind this at all. I think it's actually pretty good. Even though it's aged in the rum barrels, it's not strong. Like I've had beers that are like, whoa, like a lot of Scotch ales. If you've had Scotch ale, which I like Scotch ales a lot. But if you've had Scotch ales, some of them can be like super powerful and you're like, wow, really kicks you. I don't really get that with this. And maybe it's because it's the rum and the pumpkin are both kind of sweet, so they kind of go together. So I'm enjoying it. You're a sweet, ambery goodness. And there's not much aftertaste. Kind of just dissipates and goes away. Surprisingly, for how lively and bubbly it is and it looks right now, it's not as overcarbonated as I'd think. It's actually not even really overcarbonated. I can say that word. I think it's actually almost even more on the flat side. I don't know how that makes sense because it's definitely not seltzer-ish either. It's smooth, but it's a little heavy. It's heavily smooth. I'll be honest, I didn't even know I was gonna review this beer, and I saw it in the store, and I'm a sucker for movie puns. RoadsMary's Baby. RoadsMary's Baby. If you've ever seen RoadsMary's Baby, I think a lot of maybe my audience, and especially the younger generations, maybe have heard of it, but have never seen it. It's a pretty damn good movie. I wouldn't necessarily consider it scary. It's got to do with a cult film, I guess you could say, not in terms of like a cult classic, like it has to do with an actual cult in the movie. Don't vet me on it, but I believe it was one of the first horror movies to be nominated for an Oscar. The more you know. I wish I reviewed more Halloween type beers. I don't really know of many. The ones that I had on there were not selling in my area. But I'm glad I found this. This is actually very, very tasty. And it looks like it's also brewed with vanilla beans. I didn't really notice that in the flavor. I'm sure if you took them out, I'd be able to be like, something's different. But I'm definitely not getting an overwhelming taste of vanilla beans. So this is the 4th beer review now. I don't know how entertaining it is for me to just sit here and ramble off my thoughts, because that's basically what I'm doing when I'm drinking these. I mean, I'm reviewing the beer, but in between the actual beer, I'm just kind of standing here rambling off my thoughts. So I'm thinking of starting to bring another person on. It'll probably be a different person each time, like a guest reviewer. That way we could just like kind of review together with you guys, of course, which I'm hoping you're drinking with me at home. Only if you're of age, because even though I'm pretty generally happy with the videos that are coming out, it's kind of weird to just sit here and talk to myself. I mean, I'm talking to you guys, but still talking to myself. All right, I gotta finish this thing. Almost done. Okay, so that was it. That was RoadsMary's baby. I thought it was delicious. I didn't think it was too overbearing on pumpkin. If you're looking for a pumpkin ale that's like overflowing with pumpkin flavor, you're not gonna find that with this. It was a little weak on the pumpkin, but I actually enjoyed that. I think sometimes pumpkin beers and pumpkin ales, especially during the season, can be too much. I'm actually gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Which I'm gonna do on Untapped. You can check me out on Untapped. You can follow me over there and see all of my beer reviews, see what I'm drinking, everything else. This will be on there. I'll be releasing this the same day that this video comes out. Also, please make sure to follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, @Trezinator. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be mixing it up in the future, maybe like literally mixing up some cocktails. And also I'm going to be doing some other maybe beer information type videos, like what you should drink your beer out of, how to taste beer, or how to review beer. Still got some ideas going that'll probably hit within the next few episodes or so. Let me know what you guys think. Please, drink with me. Let me know what you guys thought of this beer. Leave your comments in the comments below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? And next week, I invite you to also drink with me. However, I will not be reviewing a beer. I will be mixing up a cocktail known as the Incredible Hulk. So get your Hennessy, get your Hypnotic ready, because the Incredible Hulk is coming to town. That sounded like Santa Claus. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for drinking with me. I'll see you guys next week, and hopefully I'll see you on all of my other segments as well. Peace.